Most of my background is in consumer internet. I helped build a direct consumer brand at Elevation. We were big investors in Facebook and Yelp and all these media and e-commerce assets. And what's one of the things that's misleading about trying to become the best analyst that you can in the markets or companies that you're exposed to is as you get to know these companies so well, you become very confident in your ability to select amongst them. However, you lose the ability to see whether or not that category as a whole is still as attractive as it once was for investment when you might have been thrown on it as an analyst however many years ago. And so one of the obviously the learnings and transitions is going from analyst into portfolio manager, where your role really does change because you have to consider, how is the quality of the industry still there like it once was. So that was on the consumer internet side. And to give an example of this, Netflix and Spotify are two examples of businesses that were able to generate a pretty incredible amount of growth on reasonable investment levels. They were sort of medium in capital intensity. But one of the things that has been masked in or hasn't gotten talked about as much, sure, their subscribers are slowing down. Sure, their addressable markets maybe aren't as big as they were attempting to advertise to their investors. But what's worse is that their marketing costs are exploding. So what it costs them to sustain viewership and listenership across their platforms, as well as acquire the smaller remaining number of subscribers that they have pursuing their product, that is a structural issue that exists at the industry level. And this falls into that bucket now of you can love the management team and you can love the product, but if it is not in a particularly great industry with little competition, they're going to have a really tough sledding, generating the type of free cash flow that investors envision, even at the prices that we see today. So one of the getting back to your original question here on one of the learnings and at the industry level, it's a very intimidating thing to know how much you can learn about a single category, realize that there are limitations to the potential future of that category, and then realize, it took me 12 years to become this good at that category, but cloud computing is now arguably where digital advertising was 5 years ago. How do I become 12 years good at cloud computing in 6 months? which can't. Yeah.